Good morning everyone. Today I am going to give my presentation on the topic rating scale. Rating is the term used to express opinion or judgment regarding some performance of a person, object, situation and character. When we use rating scales, we judge an object in absolute terms against some specified criteria. As we saw in the introduction, that rating scale is the opinion or judgment regarding the performance of an object or a person. For example, we have commonly used rating scale on Play Store, in which we have to rate the apps on the basis of 5 stars. So we have to give stars. That's a type of rating scale. Let's move on to the definition of rating scale. Rating is a term applied to expression of opinion or judgment regarding some situation, object or character. Opinions are usually expressed on a scale of values, and this definition is given by Barr and others. So rating is a term which we use to express our judgments on objects or someone's performance, and it is given on the scale of values. Rating scale has some of the purposes. So let's see the purposes of rating scale. The purposes of rating scale are to evaluate skills, to get product outcomes, to assess activities, interests and attitudes, to assess personal characteristics, tools to carry out structural observations, to make value judgments. As we saw in the purposes of rating scale, that it is used to judge any object or someone's performance. It is used for product outcomes and judging activities and interests. So let's now quickly move on to the types of rating scale. There are 4 types of rating scale, namely descriptive rating scale, numerical rating scale, comparative rating scale, and the last one is graphic rating scale. So these were the 4 types of rating scale. Now let's see their definition. So the first one is descriptive rating scale. Descriptive rating scale has a list of descriptive phrases from which the rater selects the one most applicable item being rated by means of check marks. As you can see in the picture, the rater uses the check marks to judge any object or performance. Next is numerical rating scale. In this, the rater assigns a code number, an appropriate number to each trait of person being rated in order of degree, level, intensity or frequency. As you can see in the picture, this rating scale contains numbers and it is marked 1 to 10. So on the basis of performance, the one who is performing gets the number from 0 to 10. So this represents the performance of the object or a person. For example, if someone gives 1 or 2 marks to the person, so that means that the performance was not very good. But if the rater gives 9 out of 10, so that means that the performance was very good. So that's why the rating is high. The next type of rating scale is graphic rating scale. In this rating scale, phrases closely correspond to the numerical points on the scale printed horizontally at various points from the lowest to the highest. So in this, there are numbers also and phrases also from the lowest to the highest. For example, as you can see in the picture, it is written importance and satisfaction. So not very important and very important. So the rater has to select between these 2 phrases, and the number is also given so that the rater can mark. The last one is comparative rating scale. In this rating scale, the positions on the rating scale are defined in terms of given group with known characteristics. As you can see in the picture, there are known characteristics and the rater has to mark between same and different. Like in comparative rating scale, you basically compare 2 things, and one thing is known to the rater and the second thing is not known to the rater. So the rater has to compare both the things. So there were certain types of rating scale and their explanation along with the examples. Now let's move on to the qualities of rating scale. Certain qualities of rating scale are clarity, variety, uniqueness, objectivity and relevance. As we can see, the first quality of rating scale is clarity. So in rating scale, the rating should be clear and descriptive. Like it should be not messed up so that other people can also understand what the rater has given the rating, so it should be clear. The next quality of rating scale is relevance. Relevance means related. So the phenomena which are given on the rating scale should be related with the performance of the individual or object. The next quality of rating scale is variety. While developing the rating scale, there should be varieties of statements so that the rater should rate. There should not be the monotony of like good, very good. You should use much good phrases like diligent, excellent. The next quality is objectivity. Our rating scale should be objective in manner so that the rater is convenient to rate the performance. The next quality of rating scale is uniqueness. The statements conducted on a rating scale always should be unique so that the rater is having so many options to choose and rate. So here we complete with the definition, types, purposes and qualities of rating scale. Now let's see the advantages of using a rating scale. Certain advantages of using a rating scale are: it is used to evaluate performance, it is very easy to score, it can be used for large group of students, it has clarity of feedbacks, it is adaptable and flexible. So these were certain advantages of rating scale. Now let's quickly move on to the disadvantages of rating scale. Certain disadvantages, or we can also call them as limitations, are: misuse can result in a decreased objectivity. It is difficult to fix problems in rating scale. Sometimes the rater may also be wrong. Sometimes the rater doesn't want to make extreme judgments. And sometimes rater may underestimate the qualities of unknown person. So here we complete with the advantages and disadvantages of rating scale. You can note them down and you can study. Now let's conclude the class. Today in the class we discussed about definition of rating scale, purposes of rating scale, types of rating scale, qualities of rating scale, advantages and disadvantages of rating scale. I have an assignment for you all that all the students are expected to use rating scale wherever possible in their teaching learning practices to get evaluation. And all are expected to rate my presentation out of 10 on a numerical rating scale. Please keep this in mind that you have to rate my presentation on a numerical rating scale. Certain books which I referred were: the first book is Sharma K. Suresh, Communication and Education Technology, published by Elsevier, second edition, page number 477 to 480. The second book is Pramila R, Nursing Communication and Educational Technology, published by JP, page number 411 to 412. The last book is Neerja KP, Textbook of Communication and Education Technology for Nurses, published by JP, page number 444 to 446. You can use these books to gain more information about rating scale. Now here I complete my class on rating scale. Hope you understood. If you have any query or any problem, you can discuss it with me. Thank you for watching.